Hi, I'm Lee, and this is day 6 of my third attempt to get through the adventure book Greenblood. Previously, we'd been attacked by a sea creature called the Embracer, well, a river creature, and because we could fight, unlike in attempt 1, we were actually able to try and defend ourselves. The votes were an even 50-50 split. So what I have said in the past is I'll end up choosing. With this, I always like looking ahead just so I can be prepared for what options come up. One of the options kills us, one of the options doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the option that kills us, and then we'll pretend it didn't happen, but we know that leads to our death. Treat it like this is our quick save point for those of you who play computer games. We can see what happens. Oh, we don't know that. Load back. Let's try the other route. So the option was, as the Embracer prepares to wrap you up in its tentacles, the smell of rotten marsh gas almost makes you gag. The tips of the fibrous tentacles wave in the air as if trying to sniff you out. So we have, if you want to try and climb the great mass of vegetation and drive your sword point between its eyes, turn to 287, which we will do. There's a hint, that one kills us. You grab one of the tentacles with your free hand and try to climb towards the head of the Embracer. It beats you back with its tentacles, and one coils around your sword arm. The tentacles constrict around your wrist like a noose of steel, and the sword falls from your grasp. Unfortunately, the creature has more than enough tentacles to deal with you, and soon both your arms are crushed to your sides by what feel like iron bars. The Embracer drags you down to the slimy bottom and waits for you to drown before feeding. You will never see the Tree of Life now. The Forest of Arden is doomed. So, if we went to 287, we would die. So, alternative option, or you could slash at the other tentacles it's preparing to coil around you, so turn to 48, which is what we'll do. So with 48, your sword cuts cleanly through the fibers, lopping the tentacles into pieces. The Embracer emits a piercing shriek and subsides once more into the river. You swim to the far bank before the man-eating monster can recover. Turn to 13. So we continue along. Journey we haven't been before. All is quiet behind you, but you do not look back. The path is difficult, overgrown, and boggy. Every now and then, you are hard put to decide which way it leads, but by keeping fairly close to the great river, you make progress for many hours until nightfall. The noises of the forest seem to intensify with night. There is buzzing, clicking, croaking, and the hoot of a lone owl to keep you company. Finding a dry place to rest is not easy, but at last you found a mound of earth of which you can settle down. If you have charms and wish to turn your pendant into a warning stone, turn to 361. Sadly, we do not have charms. Charms is not something that duelists are known for. If we were the Sorcerer's Apprentice from the first time round, we would have found charms, but we never would have survived to get this far, which is annoying. Otherwise, we turn to 419. So, those of you who have been watching my videos previously will know that generally otherwise is not good. You are rudely awakened when the earth mound that is your bed collapses beneath you. You try to puzzle out what has happened in the pitch dark. Then, as the chitinous walls of the Colossus beetle's throat press you down towards its stomach, you realize you have been swallowed alive while you slept. Nothing will avail you now, as the acid of the beetle's stomach does its work. If only you had a guide who might have warned that the mound of earth on what you chose to sleep was the cap of a Colossus beetle's burrow. And that is our third death. And we still haven't made it a full week of travelling without dying, partly because we were able to compound some things together, but we died again. So tomorrow I will start afresh. I will continue working through the characters. So we've been a duelist. Next up would be a ranger, but we've been a ranger. So tomorrow I'm going to be Lee the monk. I will go over my abilities, and yeah, we'll start again and try to get past the week, survive. Please take in mind, because I'm listing the routes we've been, we can look at them to go, if we go this way, we know at least a certain death, or if we go this way, it leads to a choice we haven't done yet. So we can keep working out. I have started even just trying to do a map for the inn, which I haven't even finished yet. And even that is quite complex. So I dread anyone who wants to try and do a flowchart for the choices we make and what branches we should or shouldn't be doing. If you want to, feel free, share it, but I'm not expecting it to happen. I'm not. It's way too complex. So tune in tomorrow where I shall start again and we'll go from there. Thanks very much.